Thank you for joining Good News Live Update as we are committed to come your way with the current situation in the grant space till this money comes to our account. As I speak with you, this is a great move from Comrade held in a meeting this afternoon concerning the upcoming protest towards the disbursement of UAG grant. We all know the delay that the people involved are causing, and it called for an action. Of course, you pay attention to Comrade as he talked to the masses concerning the upcoming protest towards the disbursement of UAG grants. We are committed to update you till the money drops in our accounts. Subscribe and turn on the bell for notification. Good news, live update. Your preferred channel in the grant space.
All right. Once again, you're welcome everyone to this emergency meeting this afternoon, 11th of March 2024. It shouldn't be a long meeting because it has some things it must achieve. But first of all, I like to say I thank you all for the support and joining MFM and the likes of myself and other freedom fighters in the pursuit of this goal, from a point where it was as if there was no money at all, and to at least to a point we can be sure anytime from now there should be money. However, this should not stop our fight for the money to come out, because the conditions we found ourselves at this time does not allow us to rest until we see the money. Having survived lots of deceptions, promises, and failures that this money is going to come, at times you see them, hype us just for us to survive the weekend, and then from Monday you don't hear anything again. These things we don't want. We don't want their deception. We don't want their lies. We are just tired of being beaten about anyhow they like. So you're standing with us to ensure that we press home the demand for disbursement in all the activities we've done, whether it be newspaper publication, whether it be agitation like this, whether it be, voice notes, do you understand, is worthwhile. Keeping quiet will not solve our problem. Keeping quiet won't solve. Even if they promise you it will happen now, you shouldn't take it cast in concrete. You should still agitate. So part of the agenda of this meeting is to ensure we agitate till we see the money come out. Agitation by voice. Just don't allow grant community to rest. When they say calm down, throw away such submissions. Calm down submissions are anti-masses and anti-disbursement at this time. We don't need to calm. In fact, it is the agitation that is making them restless. And that is the situation they need to be in for us to get results. Once you allow them to rest, someone will think of how to take advantage of the quietness and cause more delay, and thereby causing more harm on the masses. And these are the things we don't want. Whether it is money before or money now, or there is money for disbursement, and we need the money to come out. So what we are saying simply is this: from our assessment, everything has been done. The last week, one major thing was remaining, and that major thing, from all indication, has been sorted out. And I didn't even expect that Friday should pass without the money dropping into the signatories account, because that's the argument. But the money is in CBN. It had dropped into CBN. Money dropping into the particular signatory account is where the argument, blah blah blah, it was. But right now, everything is set for the money to drop, and within 24 hours there should be disbursement. So we don't expect any other thing apart from money dropping into account today for disbursement to commence tomorrow, anyhow, and whichever language they want to use. Now, even if they promise us that yes, they have been told this is what is going to happen, we should not believe it and just go and sit down. We should agitate until we see it. So our people in Kano State did a protest speech and sent to the president demanding for caution on those that are delaying the process, because a presidential order for 24 hours should have been obeyed, if at all not up to 3 weeks as it is right now, and more, still counting. So they have made their position clear, and the situation is that they are also saying that we should all get ready to agitate or call forward protest if Tuesday fails. After Tuesday, we have to seriously this one is not like whatever we have to do, we have to make sure there is protest. And that means, because from all assessment, from all indication, there is money and the money is ready for disbursement. So there is no excuse. There is no excuse at this time. In as much as I would like to tell you that, yes, there is even that CBN, even as we speak, but we don't want them to come out from that CBN without disbursement. And this is why we stand to be proactive to say, no, we follow them bumper to bumper and we go for them, like the way it is. If they are there now, we are also holding a meeting to warn them and demand that they disburse the money. It's not the first time they've been there, but at least as we speak, they are there. So we demand that they go ahead at the Bajabiamila led disbursement government disbursement committee. The three signatories, Kenwa Kama, Abdul Razak Yakubu, and Felix Amopiton, should go ahead and do what is needful. We won't smile after Tuesday. The only option left for us will be protest. And we will see, however, we will raise whatever, funds on mobilization. This one we say people are afraid, people are afraid. What are you Nigerians afraid of? Your fear is what is encouraging these people to keep doing us the way they are doing us. You're being afraid of everything. Even, okay, bring the money now. Let us get people that can do things and get things done, because protest is easy and simple. So the question right now is, everybody must remain in the state of agitation till result. Don't allow the grant community to be quiet. Now, I need other states to do their speeches. I may not be able to, assist, others like that, but I want people to take responsibility and call for protest speech. Likewise, the fight is not only myself. The fight is not only for myself. The fight is for everybody. Everybody should call for protest speech. Even those that want to disburse, if they really want to disburse, they should call for protest speech. They should call for protest, because the money belongs to Nigerians. So even while they are at CBN now, we need them to disburse before the today ends. Pushing it till tomorrow is increasing the tension, is just going to further aggravate the agitation. This is why we are saying we don't need to be quiet. Other states should have to rise up and do their protest speech. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to ask, if you're in this group now, you're ready to do something like a protest speech. Is it not just a video of yourself? Especially if you're just a bundle head. There is, what I mean there is that nobody's going to look for you. This is the argument. Or get some people, because when it's going to be protest, it's not going to be only grant people that grant community that will do protest. Nigerians will do, because Nigerians are supposed to benefit from this. So this is why we are using this opportunity to demand on these three signatories to ensure that they do not come out from that place at CBN without disbursement. We don't care again. Don't hide anything again. Don't fear anybody again. Don't fear even Nigeria. They are not going to kill you. Make a demand for your own future. Enough is enough. This is why this meeting is being called. And we want everybody to see to it that the demand is, we demand in unison. Disburse. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what we want. Disburse the money. So let us note from this afternoon that this agitation should not stop in any way. And therefore, we should ensure that what needs to be done is done. So if there are people from other states now, I would say, we just had in Kano now. I think Lagos is working on their own at the moment. And then I think Rivers State is working on their own at the moment. Now, I need other states to come in. The fight is not only for me, it's for all of us. Bring on your state. What I am saying in summary, I will soon round up at this point I am on, is that we should not rest in agitating. Don't fall for any promise. There is no promise worth a slowdown at this time. No promise is worth a slowdown. Calm down, blah. Don't take any calm down. Don't accept it at this time. The only thing you can accept at this point is alert or disbursement. At least let the angels confirm they have seen money. And then forget about at this moment MOU. Don't drop this idea you want them to give you a bone to chew for the week. And you see some of their foot soldiers talk about MOU, talk about what do you call it again? Broadcast. Those things are used to keep your hope alive. Okay, all the while they have been talking, have they done it? All the while, those that have been pushing, they say after this, UAG would, as if they are UAG management. UAG management has not said it, but people, you can hear people who speak as if they speak on behalf of UAG or speak on behalf of these people. Talking about this, they go to do app, whatever they were doing on the app, doing some clear, some not clear. It was just a delay tactics. They had nothing again to say. So somebody should not come and tell us watch out for app. What is going to happen in the app? Well, the app is not going to do disbursement. App is not going to do any disbursement. The money goes to the banks, and angels should confirm alerts. No excuse, no excuse or no promise. No promise should make you slow down at this time for any reason. Agitate until you see money between now tomorrow. I've heard Wednesday, but that does not budge me at all. It doesn't move me. I don't want to know Wednesday. They have what it takes. At least if they receive the money today, they can commence disbursement tomorrow. There should be serious signs. And in fact, this time, not just signs, the evidence of disbursement has to be clear. So there at CBN, hopefully they commence the disbursement or the disbursement to the, what do you call it now? The signatory accounts, the particular one that is set. The money had already been in CBN, so nobody should tell you that blah, 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 whether money has done, if there is money. All those arguments, why some of you go back to believe things that we have passed that level? You are still asking if there is money. At this point, I believe there is no money. If you have such comment on my platform, please call the admins to delete it. We don't want heartbreaks and high blood pressure at this time. What we want to see is disbursement. If you have not been following us, leave the grant community. Stop disturbing this thing and making people to have high blood pressure by saying there is no money. There is money. And we'll keep saying it. And that is why we are fighting. If you don't believe there is any money again, leave. At this point, that is why our fight and narrow it down to what do we really want. At this point, we've narrowed all the options, all the alternatives, all the variables to one thing, that is disbursement. So coming back to say, maybe is it this money, is it proof, blah, blah, blah. So, all manner of distractions apart from disbursement should be deleted from my platforms, any MFM platform. Anybody that talks about MOU and start talking about broadcast, call for delete of it. If there is, they should come out and say it. As far as it's not from UAAG, delete it. We don't even know at this point if it is UAAG. Whatever they want to disburse, let them disburse. Whether it is UAAG grant or it's not UAAG grant, we are not interested at this point. But there is money for disbursement and it has signatories. And the account signatories are Ken Wakama, Abdul, Razak, Yakubu, and what do you call him? Amopiton. And then the federal government disbursement committee. What will they disburse if there's no money to disburse? Let's not fall for all of these, stories flying around that, things. If there are conditions, they should have brought that. You're waiting for templates. It might be too late for any template because what they need now is this. Maybe after the money drops into the designated particular signature account, these three, whatever now maybe they'll come up with template. But that means between now and whatever, that is say within 24 hours, normally this money should be disbursed. So please, I want to end. Our main reason for gathering here is demand for that disbursement. Let them not leave CBN right now, which they are in, without the disbursement. Then, apart from this move in Lagos and Port Harcourt for the protest speech to join that of Kanu, I want you from your own states to collaborate, because I will not sacrifice alone. All right? The fight involves everybody. Yes, some people say they fear. What are you afraid of? Our fear is encouraging these people to harm us the more. So now, if they fail after Tuesday, let us be ready to mobilize for protest. I know that the grant community we are in, most people are cowards. They are only making noise on the social media. And I beg to to be different. We will need mobilization, financial and every other wise, to put a protest down. Because if I'm going to count on grant community and some of us, it will be a lie. Some people will tell you they are going to work. That is the cowardice we see in grant community, and I'm not ashamed to tell us at this time. Now, what will need to be done? Because, like I said, it's Nigerians that will do protest. Because Nigerians are the ones to benefit from this money. After Tuesday, be ready. If you are not if you will not support it and will not facilitate it, forget the struggle. Go and sleep. Leave the grant community. Because there will be no need again. Forget it. At this point, I want to bring this to an end and call for any inputs. First of all, I want to ask anyone from another state, apart from the Kano now, Lagos, Port Harcourt, that their own is coming up maybe any time from now. Let me see if I can walk around them and then they get it out. And then let us see any other states. Anyone here? That's the first kind of comment I want to hear first before any other submission you want to make in the house. Please, if you have a comment to make, and then show by lift of hand. But to round up my my statements or what I've said so far, we have to continue agitation until we see disbursement. The promise for Wednesday, it doesn't enter my ear. What I know is that after tomorrow, we will seriously be discussing agitation, protests, nothing else, so that we see money. So, however, the CBN now, what we want them to do is don't come back without disbursement, at least to the signatory account and everything that will now commence in 24 hours, or allow disbursement to commence in 24 hours thereafter, which means from tomorrow. We are not interested. We don't want to hear stories. And that is the same position everybody should take. Any comment you see on any MFM platform saying calm down, call for a delete of that comment. I don't want to see it. And anybody arguing what I say and arguing what I write up, I will either remove you or delete whatever you're doing, because I'm not interested. Admiral, doesn't mean you don't allow for people's opinion. It is rubbish opinion at this time. If your opinion is not for disbursement, don't write it. Go elsewhere and submit your opinion. After all, you have seen many other platforms that have locked them up. It's not on MFM platform you now come and air your view. And you're airing negative view. You're airing views that is not. If you don't believe in what MFM is doing, leave the platform. Because we have a direction. We believe there is money and we want it disbursed, and we have pursued it and narrowed all the variables to where we now can say, let the money be disbursed. So any other comment, any other argument you don't believe, you sound very negative, we will remove you. We don't need you on our platform. Take it to elsewhere that still believe that maybe money is in the cloud, maybe money is not unlocked. Maybe go elsewhere and think of those things and do them there, not on MFM platforms. I don't want to see such confusion. It calls for high blood pressure from some people. And I don't want people to be, what we need to focus on only right now is disburse money. Okay, if they are grant account signatories, to which grant? And you said there is no money. This is the point you should have to know. If some of you say, were you there when this thing? What kind of rubbish question is that? Will everybody be president? Will everybody be in CBN? Will everybody be at government? Will everybody? So some of these arguments we make very silly and stupid. So at times I say that we masses, we are the problem we have we are our own problem. So please, MFM has direction. If you're not willing to follow our direction, quit our platform. Don't come on our platform and be giving us calm down and be telling us stories. We're not coming down. What we know is all MFM platforms are on agitation mode, protest mode. There's nothing like peace or keep calm at this point. What we need is either you give us the result or we protest. So we will do everything. It might take us a while, but we'll protest. Because I know it will come to some things, and masses will need to resolve in their by themselves that something has to happen. Either they contribute for it or they come out by themselves. But I know the deception of masses in that community that they don't even want to come out, but they'll be on the platform shouting nonsense. But God will bless us, we'll have funding to do protests. Because we cannot take this nonsense anymore. Our silence fuels these people to keep harming us. Our fear gives these people more strength to harm us. and we want to say enough is enough. At this point, let me bring that to an end. Please, if you have if your state is willing, you'll be willing to front your state for a protest speech. You can either get people, if you can, mobilize them. You don't need to be the one doing it, but you can get people, just a video, get into a room, and then make your video, and then send it, post it to me, and then we ratify it, and then we send it out and share, just to make them understand that protests can happen state by state. Yes, if nothing happens. All right. Good afternoon. Let me start from those that are willing to come from the states to do that can support the protest speeches and all of that. And then from there, I handle any other submission or, what do you call it, suggestion or something you want to make after now. What we may also do is engage into tweeting. Let me speak on that before I round up. If we bring out a Twitter handle and we say, okay, tweets to this particular handle, I will want you to forward that post to that Twitter account. Let me just use that now. Take, for example, now we bring out Femi Bajabiamila's Twitter handle or address or X address or Twitter address, and we say forward this post to that Twitter, post it there to on his own, to his own handle. So you will go to that particular address, click on it, it will open like a page. All right, when it opens the page for it, you will see where to do what to post, and then you post that right up to his account, and then everybody does it. If 100 people or 1,000 of us do that, we will see the impact also. Let me end it at this point. Thank you very much